Yeah, the George Floyd joke, it wasn't a tasteful joke to our culture, to our audience, but our audience that's watching the roast, if you're watching the roast, you get why they're doing it. You get why the racial humor is on the table. Like, it's not, I wasn't shocked. Like, that's what they do. Go look at the Tom Brady one. Like, that's what they do. It happens every year when they do a roast. It's not new. This isn't a new. It's not a new agenda. It's not a new approach to comedy.
Do you feel like Tony Hinchcliffe went too far when he made that joke about George Floyd?
It's Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like.
Facts.
I don't expect less. I don't expect more.
I feel like you're saying going too far is the point. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yes, I mean that's why you're there. And I hate to say this, but I'm going to because we're being honest. People are talking about that joke. Talk about his set.
Right.
Tony Hinchcliffe arguably had the best set, or one of the best sets, between Tony and Cheryl, and I would say Naeem had a really strong set.
Naeem had a very strong set.
Naeem went crazy.
I was laughing out loud at Tony until the joke. But not even just that joke. I don't like when people joke about violent, tragic death. I like Pete's set, and then I was like, oh, why you had to say about Charlie Kirk?
Pete had a great set too. Pete had a Charlie Kirk joke in it.
Yeah.
Like, would I tell those jokes? No. But do I get why they're being told? Yes. Like,
Right.
I'm not looking at Pete crazy. I'm not looking at Tony crazy. Like, that's what, I know what you're going to do. I know your style of comedy.
Did you see the interview that I did with Terrence Floyd, George Floyd's brother?
No.
So he said
No shot to you.
No, that's no.
I'm never watching it.
That's
And I'm not watching.
I just want to be clear. I'm never watching that.
I only thought
Even now that you told me, I'm not going to go back and go look at that interview.
he's a fan.
I just want to make it clear so you understand what I do with my time. Like, I'm never doing that. Okay, go ahead.
I just asked because he's a fan
funny as
of
hell.
you. He saw the joke and it picked up pretty big, so I didn't know if you saw it. But he basically said, like, as a fan of you and knowing that you came to the funeral to support his family, even though it's a roast and Tony, that's what he does, they expected you to kind of be the person that would, like, stop it right in the moment or just not allow for certain things to happen.
And he also said he wanted you to come harder. He said if they're going to joke, why you ain't coming harder with your own jokes?
All right.
Racist jokes, I guess.
This is actually a good thing to give a rebuttal to.
See, then
They
you
talked about my dead mom and my dead dad. Said that they were running a train on my mom in
That was
heaven,
hilarious.
right?
It was,
that was crazy.
Double
Yeah, that was
entendre
Regina
hilarious.
killed that.
Right?
Oh wait, that's right. You probably should say killed that.
Pause. And that'll tell you right there how extreme these roasters get, but yet people get offended when they get into the race. Yeah, it was kind of a little harsh that they said George Floyd jokes, but at the end of the day, they talking about they gonna run a train on his mama and his daddy's a crackhead. And he's still sitting there smiling. His daddy's still alive, I think, and his mama's dead. Like, it made a very big influence on his life, and yet they say these things, and he did not get offended because he's a comedian. He understands the style of other comedians. You know what I'm saying? But they still get offended. How? And that's the problem that he's trying to explain to this liberal breakfast club because they don't see it like that. They just are getting offended because of a joke. If you don't want to listen to jokes, and I understand it might be extreme, but we're at a roast. We're not just at no comedy stand-up. We're literally at a roast. And you might be offended because the same company that allows them to say what the hell they want, racist or not, is the same company that employs you now, which is not iHeartRadio, which is true, but now Netflix. You know, so I just hate that they play that role of being offended, like playing the victim. I need to, why did they say that? Why did they say that? They said it because it's funny. It's not funny to you, but it's funny to the masses, that other people that is actually listening, and they're just honest about shit. That's just their style of comedic style. That's what I like. I don't know, but he's finna break it down and explain it a little bit further so people can understand.
The jokes about Kevin was on a slave ship in a bottle with, like, the ship in the bottle. Like, I'm going to appreciate humor. I don't get affected by the attempt of humor. I get it, right? In this case, like, do more. It's my production. We're live.
Right.
The more is what? Like, what is it that you expect me? You want me to take a live production and stand up and fight Tony or have a reaction? Like, Tony told a joke. It wasn't a tasteful joke to us. We didn't like it. Okay. Hey, man, fuck that joke. We move on. I don't understand why we stand on a hill and it becomes like this big thing of, like, oh man, the motherfuckers, they do this and they're attacking the culture. It doesn't have to be that. It literally is either you're a fan of this level of content or you're not. And if you're not a fan, then you don't watch it. So my last note for all attached to this. It's very simple, okay? Whatever the headlines or whatever the dialogue is, my rebuttal is simplicity. Remove me from it. I didn't say it. If you are upset that the night went on, that's a different conversation. It's nothing I can do. It's a production. It's a live production.
Right.
I'm not compromising the live production for a reaction of what? What do you want me to do? I'm going to drag him off? You want me to fight afterwards? You want me to turn it into what?
Facts.
That's not what I agreed to.
You know our community. Motherfuckers want you to go up in there like Will Smith did Chris Rock. They want you to go up in and slap the nigga in the face and yell at him. Don't you ever talk about George Floyd like, bro, not only if it's a live production like he said, because I didn't even know that. I thought it was just recorded and then it was given. It was live. Plus, it's his roast. He don't know what these motherfuckers gonna say. You know what I'm saying? What he told us to do? Yell at him and ruin the rest of the night, make it very awkward because you got offended of a joke and you're a comedian as well. A comedian getting offended at a joke is like the wildest thing to me. That reminds me of like, what's that podcast called? The Fragrant Podcast. They're offended of certain things, but they're comedians. You can't get offended and be a comedian. It's kind of productive. You know what I mean? You're making jokes and joking on people while being offended. It's just, like I said, it's counterproductive. It doesn't really go together. You know? And that's kind of what he's explaining. Like, what do y'all want her to do? And Lauren Rosa, she's sitting in the corner. She knows that she's like, yeah, he's kind of right. What do we really want him to do? We want him to stop the guy in the tracks and say, hey, that's racist, and ruin the rest of the night? Like, you can't do that. Like, it just makes sense. And now he's making too much logical sense. It's kind of shutting them down. It's like, what do you want? Just to get up and stand up?
To do. That's not the job at hand. The job at hand was to produce a successful roast, which I did. I also got the rebuttal. I also got to say shit at the end. What are we dealing with here? I'll say it again. Stop talking as if I said it.
Facts.
You say the family. And
he didn't even say it.
I didn't disrespect the family. Showed up for the family when it happened. Made sure that the family felt supported. Made sure that all things there were actually cool. Behind the scenes, just as an example, you know the one person that I talked to, and I'm not even gonna tell you the conversation, Stephen Jackson.
Oh, I know he called.
That's because that's my nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, Stack, let me just call you, man, so I can explain to you like the world of the roast, X, Y, and Z. We talked. I get it, Kev. We had a great conversation. But that's what I mean when I say, hey, man, let me call the one person after. And that's before whatever you're talking about. That's immediate. Stack, hey, Tony threw one out there. Is this and this, but you do know that that's what this shit is a roast. But I just want you to know from my side, that man is on his own.
You ain't lead with that, Kev. You should have been leading with that the whole time.
I don't need to.
People just want to know you care.
I don't fucking need to prove to people that I give a fuck.
Yes, you do.
Facts.
No, I don't.
Just this time. This one time.
No.
Yes, this one time.
No. If you open that door, then that's the door that people expect all the time. Why the fuck do I need to do that?
I think
Right.
it's because of how much the George Floyd situation affected so many people. I think I get what you're saying and how you stand on your business, and I respect you for that.
I'm not talking about business.
Or whatever it is. I think with certain things.
Not say it.
But their pushback is
what's
it
that?
happened at Kevin Hart's roast. Kevin
can't-
Hart, who is like, he's out, like, so many of us support you.
I got
You're
the
ours.
example.
They just want to hear you say.
okay, I got
want to
the
hear you say what you said today. It's tasteless. You actually
Yeah.
reached out to somebody who's considered his
That's
family
it.
to say,
I don't
let
think-
them know. That's all.
I have the best example. If I go to a nightclub and like we're celebrating, right?
Okay.
And 2 people get killed that night at the nightclub. What's the headline?
Kevin Hart party got shot.
Shot
Two
up.
people
2
got
people
killed
died
at
at
Kevin
Kevin
Hart's party.
Hart's party. Right? People may say, I'm not going to Kevin Hart's party again. Man, you can't go to Kevin Hart shit. Kevin Hart shit ain't safe. I ain't fucking with Kev. You heard what happened. I go, but I didn't fucking do it. I didn't even know the people that fucking was shooting. I didn't even know the 2 people that got killed.
Right.
That's the nature of being the name. Your name is attached to things to make things bigger.
Facts.
What is my fucking... I didn't shoot the gun. Why am I arguing and why am I doing interviews after?
Why would they in your party with guns?
But who knows?
Right.
I don't work the metal detectors.
Facts.
I'm not the security guys.
Facts.
The club does all that. I don't have those answers.
I just show
You
up.
understand what I'm saying? Like the responsibility just it starts to compile as if I'm the one in charge. We are not in charge of the dialogue from anybody on that stage.
The only difference is, if it was a party, you wouldn't have invited them in. If you invited them to the party and you knew they was coming and you knew they was gonna be there, and you know they potentially might be good.
Look, I'm done. Charlamagne the God is a professional rebuttalist. He's a contrarian. Like, the boy would just argue anything. He doesn't care. He just picks a side and he argues with it, and he going to see if you can defend it, even though he knows Kevin Hart is right in this instance. Like, he's right. Technically speaking, he didn't make the jokes. Also, technically speaking, he don't have to stand up. It will be nice to represent him, but you didn't have to do it, and that's what he's explaining. He didn't say the jokes, so how is it on him? It was his roast because that's what they're supposed to do, roast him. But they made those certain jokes that were a little distasteful. Cool. Has nothing to do with Kevin Hart, though. And then he's also explaining, well, what y'all want me to do? Get up and slap the man in the face on some Will Smith shit? Come on, bro. Let's be real. Let's be realistic, because this is the reality of the situation. And that's the thing I don't like about Charlamagne the God. He has to rebuttal everything, and he has to be right, or he knows he's wrong, and he has to rebuttal something at all times. And that's the problem with him. Kevin Hart is holding his ground. He's not going to back down on it because he's right. He said that this sets the precedent. If I have to apologize for some shit I didn't say, I'm going to have to keep apologizing for shit I didn't say. And that's for anything. And I tell men this all the time. So, like, if you ever rude to a girl, she like, you hurt my feelings. Hey, if you meant it, tell her ass you meant it. You're not sorry for anything, because that's what came from the heart. Same in this end. He's not sorry for anything. Yes, it was distasteful, but what are you going to apologize to? We got to go to the family, make a web broadcast, make a public post on Twitter, and explain how the family's he's sorry for the disrespectful. Like, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? I like that Kevin Hart is standing on business in this situation, because he's just telling you, hey, bro, fuck all that. I do not care. That I didn't say it anyway. So how are you putting this heat on me? And that's how he should stand. That being said, man, y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. Did Kevin Hart stand his ground, or did he cower? I personally think he stood his ground, man. But y'all gonna tell me that in the comment section. I hate that how the Breakfast Club had to come in here and try to shame him into confining to one side, when he said, hey, man, I'm the one that supported the family. I paid for funerals. I made sure that I went to the thing and supported them. So it's like, you can't say, okay, randomly somebody says a joke around him and now he has to defend George Floyd at all costs. Like, I've already put my ties in, and plus it's a joke, it's a roast. What you want me to do? This nigga's like 5'5". What he tells to do, get up and punch him while jumping. Superman punch. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this. This is a Savage Report. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like the video for the YouTube algorithm. And let's go. Don't forget to comment below. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Let's go. Peace.